I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
KB, you hook up with Gilly, you'll be connected to Pat. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't do it.
Eskimo brothers.
Not because I'm married. It's because I don't want to be Eskimo brothers with Pat. I don't. That's a fact. Gilly, you know when they try Keith the Cop try to hire me at Compound Media? He's like, we'll give you $250 a show. I go, well, he goes, that's a starting rate. I go, yeah, I'm not making what Pat Dixon makes. Sorry. I literally said that. That was my Pat Dixon. I literally said it to Keith. I go, yeah, I'm not making what Pat Dixon makes. And I this before I even knew him, but I knew he was a nothing even then. God bless. And he made $137 today on a 3.5-hour show. Call Keith the Cop to prove that story. Yeah,
I don't understand that story either, because then you ended up making you were complaining about making $100 a show with Bob, but you didn't want to work for $250.
No, I made $100 show with Kumia. Pay attention. What happened was they said, I said, I'm not working for $250 a show. I'm not taking Pat Dixon rates. So Keith goes, all right, here's the deal. We'll give you $350 a show, but we got to take 100 out because they had to buy the song, my opening theme song from Bobby Kelly for like $2,500. So for the first 25 shows, I got $250 anyway. So Keith stuck it to me. And then once that was up, I told Keith, that's when I said, Keith, that's when I said I needed $500 a show, because he was offering like Florentine $500 a show, and Florentine didn't even work there. And I said, you got to give me $500 a show now once that first 24 weeks is over. And I said, you got to give me $500 a show and give me $400, give the other $100 to Brian McCarthy, because he was doing every show by that. So again, I just didn't want to be any attachment of Pat Dixon.
Nor should you.
There's levels to losering in the dollars. For instance, did you know Pat doesn't even own a car? Did you realize that Adam Bush is a failed actor?
I agree.
Pat's a failed actor too.
Felicia, when's the last time Pat Dixon had a car?
Before he moved to New York. He actually sold his car when he moved to New York, and I think he was in New York for 14 or 15 years. And then it's been maybe 2 or 3 years since he moved to New York. So 18 years about.
Wow.
Yeah, because he punched Gino in that was 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it was 20. Maybe? It was 2022. He punched him in 2022. Because I started. It was the year before I started live streaming. I started live streaming in 2023.
Huh.
So it's Juneteenth, 2022.
No, because he was on your live stream.
Huh?
He was on your show. Remember, in the studio, he came right after it happened. You interviewed him about it. So I think it was 2023.
No, Pat first came back. He called in or whatever, or he StreamYarded in, and Gino wouldn't let that show. Like Gino was trying to ruin that show. Like his first return to Compound was with Kevin and I think Bob. But
yeah, that was 2023. No,
2023.
In the summer of 2023, I was gone. I had nothing to do with Compound Media. So it was 2022. 4 years. So he's been out of New York for 4 years. So he's been on the run without a car for the last 4 years. Felicia, yes?
I mean, I know he's been borrowing Taz's family's car, unless it is her car, but he's been borrowing her or family's car. Yeah.
But he don't have his own car.
Not that I know of.
No, he don't. Because he said on his show he don't have a car. And you guys used to have to drive him to New York.
I drove him to New York probably 2 or 3 times. I drove him, I drove him to poker games. I drove him to gigs.
And then look what you got out of it.
How did that all work out?
Don't get her more depressed. She already said she's depressed.
I'm trying to help.
Stop dating losers. Nobody to blame but yourself. She's talking Dick to the Cockpit's talking to everybody. Stop dating losers. Don't date losers. That way they can't procreate. We'll have less losers in the world.
It's true. I have stopped.
I know Pat Dixon never beat a woman in a car race. See what he did, Ray? See what he did, Ray? Never beat a woman in a car race because he ain't got one. Does he have a license, or what does he carry?
As far as I know, I mean, he has got a license, yeah.
But how's he keep his license active if he never has a car?
I don't know. I think he needs it to get his prescription, so he's got to have one.
Gilly, did you pick that background hoping Dixon would show up and play the piano?
Oh God, it would. Nothing would make me more wet. You know.
Yeah, well,
You gotta make a woman wet. You know, it just crushes little Carmex that fresh off the break. Gilly's back to talking about Dixon 95% of the time. I almost said 99.
Yeah, not in a good way.
Listen, man, they say love conquers all. I disagree. I say the person that, love is for brunch and stuff like that. Hate is what keeps the world going round and round. Sorry. Who gets shit done? People that are filled with rage and hate. Look at Donald Trump. He's full of rage and hate. He became president twice. I don't even support the guy, but he's not filled with love.
Yeah, and Kim Jong-un, he knows how to run a country.
Look at this bunch of not obsessed with Pat losers.
Yeah, where were you when he was obsessed with literally everybody else? Like, you're such a hypocrite. This is what I'm talking about, Pan. These people are in a cult. They're brainwashed.
no,
And
I said it last week. I said when we were talking about the Get Along gang, they all have to, speak from the same talking points. We talked about it last week. I mean, Pat spent an hour or two talking about me or something, a chatter. So yeah, I'm not going to go into the whole Pat thing or whatever. He talks about us too. So I don't really think the Gribbler is. I don't need your help, Chad. Please don't help me.
I was just going to say, I'm above you, so you stop talking. And we have prisons for people like Pat Dixon. So we need to build more prisons, get him in prison.
But Pat's not obsessed, right? No, he's just like journalist. He's a journalist, right? He's just reporting the news, but everybody over here is obsessed.
He's obsessed with me. He's obsessed with me and Chad Zumock now. Pat Dixon does every show about me and Chad Zumock.
Yeah, Adderall makes you very hyper-focused.
It's hyper-focused on me and Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Fishy, what does your therapist say about you still being obsessed with an ex many years later? You guys are part of a cult.
Yeah, there's another one, obsessed. They love that word, obsessed.
You look like you had a full head of hair. Take Hims like Southern John does. If Pretty Antisocial likes Rocco, she'll go for you guaranteed.
No, my hair's the least of my problems. I got decent head of hair.
Wait, you're bearing the lead. Pretty Antisocial likes Rocco?
I mean, it's all part of that same crew, right?
All right.
The cult.
The Get Along gang.
Whatever you do, Chad, don't mute your fucking mic.
All right.
I could mute it, but I refuse to.
Yeah, well, you hate your audience. So
Ever been two places at once, bro? Ballerina bitches.
What?
Has Felicia ever addressed why shouldn't allow Carmex to go on MLC at the same time as Scarlett?
Because I'm a North Korean dictator, man. That's how I do it.
First of all, remember that was a thing? And now Scarlett's in a fucking psychiatric hold in Indiana.
I don't even know what's going on with her.
Ethan Ralph apparently
she got vetoed in the worst way possible.
They had a domestic at a hotel probably, or in a car at a mall or whatever, and then she was brought to the hospital, and then they found drugs on her.
Recently?
Ralph,
yesterday.
He 100% snitched on her without a doubt. He's the one who probably called. He definitely fucking jammed her up without a doubt.
Have we seen Fishy and Zumock in the same place?
Many times, yes.
Oh yeah, you were kind of sweet on Zumock, weren't you?
I'm not sweet on him.
Last year, where you were saying like you were
He
flirting a little. You were flirting.
I wasn't,
and
I said that. I mean, it's not flirting to say that the man has a symmetrical face. That's just a fact.
All right.
It's just a fact.
I'm just trying to make a love connection.
It's not a love connection. I mean, I respect what he does. You know, I like his show, but like, there's no romance there or anything like that. But I mean, attitude. if you could take a whatever you call it, what do you call those things that are like I don't know,
stick?
Like, yeah, you could take a stick,
shove it up your head.
You could take a ruler and measure it. Like, take a screenshot on your phone and try to measure that shit. Put it into AI.
He's perfectly symmetrical.
Perfectly symmetrical.
Even if you made a Chad face, they probably wouldn't be able to make it as perfectly with AI as Chad did it naturally.
No, you would need like a 3D printer to do that concrete mold,
How long does it take to plug in a fucking?
Don't worry
foreign
about it.
grill?
Let him be. Let him be. Like John Lennon said, let it be.
Like I said, I have a wife to do this, Pan. I got to do it right. You know what I mean?
Is Felicia pissed because Pat Dixon is finally
Not at all.
making some? He made $137 today. That's some money. He can't. What?
Not at all. I want him to make all of the money possible because the more money he makes, the more women he can date, the more we can get, the more victims we can see. I don't want that to happen, but that's what will happen. The more money he makes, the more pills he will take. I mean, the truth will just come out even more. So I hope he gets rich.
Felicia, you don't have any contact with his last wife, do you?
No.
I know Liam's friends with her or something. I want to get her on. I want to get her take. Please go to the place with your evidence of physical abuse by Pat Dixon. You made it hard for victims to come forward by just telling stories on YouTube.
No, you guys make it hard for the victims to come forward by constantly shaming them and calling them liars. That's what you guys do.
It's true.
I'm actually paving the way
For what?
for more victims to come forward. But the more they get shamed, the less likely that'll happen. So you guys are just using me, you're making an example out of me. And that's why more victims don't come forward. Because they're like, nobody's going to believe me. And that's exactly what happens. Watch literally every documentary on Netflix about it.
I forgot I was going to ask. Did anybody else come forward to the authorities who dated Pat Dixon? How about that lady at the Waffle House? Did she ever press charges against him or anything for being a douche?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Did Pat press charges against her because she pulled a weapon on him?
Yes.
And whatever happened to her? Did she do any time?
She got, I think, 8 years house arrest.
She couldn't leave her house for 8 years?
I think so. I'm not sure. It was something like that. Yeah.
Liam would have taken that deal right now. He wouldn't have to leave his house. He'd just get all his food delivered. So she got 8 years for being a dick to Pat Dixon?
I really wish I could find her. I have not started the search, but I do know somebody who is, what do you call that? A private investigator. So I might be able to find her and get her side of the story.
Let's get her on. Get her on MLC on Monday with Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, because you know that he did some shit. You know he did.
Of course.
First of all, he was cheating on his wife with her, telling her he's going to leave his wife. And then when that doesn't happen, of course, a woman's going to be a little upset.
What do they say, PanHandler? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned?
She'll go lesbian on you. It's not good.
That's another good title.
How's everybody doing?
Chad, we're all coming to your special, brother.
Can't wait, man.
Gustav is going to fly Clearwater Chad and Felicia down.
I might ask Felicia to open it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'm about to get paid.
Get some money, get a place to stay. Yeah.
It's not going to be like the Side Splitters condo, is it?
I mean, no, I'll take care of you, but that
They don't
condo's
have a
not
condo.
bad.
Oh, they do have a condo, right?
That condo's not bad.
Oh, really?
They got a new one. Yeah, it's really nice.
No, but
Alright,
stay at
cool.
the hotel. The hotel's
I got
good.
you. I got you. Don't worry.
The Holiday
It's
Inn
all-
Express is good.
Well, yeah, I'm not even doing it there.
Cool.
But if you were, that'd be a good hotel.
Yeah. It's all good.
Gilly, Taz is completely fixated on you. Get an HRO.
I mean, I don't know what she's doing these days, but I know she definitely used to be. The new one that's fixated is the redhead, and that's part of the process. She's just Taz 2.0. See, you guys can't see all this shit because you're seeing it day to day, but I see
Wait,
it in the
the
picture.
redhead that pretty antisocial?
That's correct. She's Taz 2.0. She's part of it, man.
Wait, what happened? What'd you say?
She's Taz 2.0. It's just that's the role that these women play in the whole thing. That's why it's a continued abuse. It's continued harassment. He gets their sympathy. He gets them to turn on the. It just makes no sense. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
Pat does a lot of shows with that redheaded antisocial lady. So I think he's trying to make some inroads on her pussy, if that's possible.
I mean,
she's
that-
married.
she is married.
I don't think Pat cares though. Pat's a weird guy.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He loves redheads. That's his thing.
So, Gilly, why is he such a piece of shit, and why is he so honed in on my life? Like, his life is unmanageable. It's terrible. He's 56 years old. Like, he lives with somebody. Like, why is he so focused in on what I'm doing?
I don't think he lives with somebody. He lives in a shithole studio apartment. I told you where it was, you know, when I did that guest spot at your show. So you know where he lives. You know, I'm not going to say it out loud here and
Sure.
dox him, but it's a shithole. He lives in a shithole. And what was your other? Why is he a piece of shit? I mean, I don't know, but for everybody who knows him and has worked with him closely agrees that he is a piece of shit. So he's been a piece of shit for a long time. There is a pattern of behavior there.
But hasn't he always tried to hitch his wagon to somebody, whether it's Kevin, whether it's Anthony, or whether it's Bob and Tom? Like, he's always tried to like get in with somebody, and it's a pattern. It's just his life. And now, like, he wants to shit on me. Like, I have no relationship with this guy. I don't know him, but he comes after me so hard now, and it's just like, Pat, I don't know you. I don't like you. We have nothing. So I don't want to be cool with him. I just don't.
No, it's like you guys say, he needs money, he needs content. I mean, and what he does is he has a rotation and he just fixates on one person for a very long time. He did it to me, he did it to Karmic, he did it to Kevin, you know, and then I guess you're just like one of the newest people that he's doing it to. Did it to Steve Grillo, right?
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. I don't know. I don't like the guy. I don't think he's entertaining. And I've heard enough of your stories and other people's stories where Pat's just not a good guy. He's just not.
He's a sociopath. And I have no problem saying that. He's absolutely a sociopath. And he's addicted to Adderall.
100%. 1,000%.
Yeah, and he does hitch his wagon to people. Like, why do you think he got all those shows at the Creek and the Cave? It was because he was banging Rebecca Trent.
Who wasn't banging Rebecca Trent?
And why do you think he got all this shit that Mandy Stadmiller, his third wife, was connected to? Because she was in with so many people. She had so many connections. And so he got things in the paper because of her, in magazines. She publicized his Nearly Naked Lady Hour show for him. I mean, she did a lot for him. And he's just ungrateful for all of it. He uses people and then he discards them. That's what he does.
Yeah, and it's apparent, and I don't understand why he gets this pass by everybody. Like, when he's obviously just a garbage human being, but for some reason, I think it's because he sucks up to the people that are like making money at the time, or the popular people in his head. And
you know what? I have a theory about this because I've been thinking about this too. Why is this motherfucker so protected by everybody? And I think I know what it is. I think the people who kiss his ass are actually afraid of him. I think the people who kiss his ass see what he does to other people, and they're like, I don't want any part of that. I don't want him to rip me to shreds publicly. So they kiss his ass to protect themselves. That's my theory.
It's a good theory. I just see it from afar, and I know, like, in my position right now with him, I see what he's doing. I just see what he's doing. I know what he's doing, and I'm calling him out on it. And the fact that Bob Levy has hitched his wagon to this guy, like, Bob, you're fucking dumb. And now you're covering me, Bob? Really? Meanwhile, you're sucking my dick trying to get Godfrey on your goddamn TV special? Yeah, it's not happening, Bob. We're good.
What is it? They have big numbers or something? They got like 500 or 600 people watching, so they think that that's something, even though they're not making very much money?
They don't. Their numbers are terrible. Their numbers are terrible across the board. Bob can tweet till the cows come home, and nobody cares. Nobody gives two fucks about what Bob Levy or Pat Dixon's doing.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't make sense to me that he's so protected. They can't be this big of a fan of his just because he had a show on Compound Media. That doesn't make any sense. So they must be afraid of him.
I don't know if they're afraid of him. Maybe because he punched Gino in the jaw. They don't want to get punched in the jaw. I don't know. That's another good point, is that they just hate Gino so much that they pull for him for like doing that. But at the same time, that was how long ago? How long are you going to ride on that? Yeah, but the thing is, like, people used to legitimately be afraid of Red Bar because they didn't want to get Red Barred. But people aren't like that with Pat Dixon. I mean, no one's afraid of Pat Dixon's going to focus in on them like they were with Red Bar.
I think they know, they can see for themselves how good he is at manipulating the audience, though, and gaslighting.
But he's not. He don't. Well, again, why doesn't Pat make money? They do show after show after show. They do 8 hours some days. They don't make any money. So everybody acts like Pat Dixon's this thing. He ain't. He stinks. People don't even like him. They might not like you, but they don't like him either.
Right.
So again, if they were so supportive of Pat Dixon, he would make money, but he doesn't make money. And then maybe tonight he'll make some money because I'm talking like this, but then the next day he won't.
Well, it comes down like it's like Steel Toe and Nick Rekieta. Like they feel like they have to have a side. I'm going, no, they're both pieces of shit. You don't have to choose a side. But with Pat Dixon, for some reason, I think it's just because, yeah, they might be afraid of him, like Felicia said, but at the same time, like the guy's a garbage dude. And PanHandler, like, what's your situation with Pat Dixon? Why does he go hard in the paint after you?
According to him, he doesn't like me personally, and we had like a kind of a little argument on that Pretty Antisocial show about a year ago, and it just never got better. So, whatever. But he, like I said, and Alicia, we've all said, like, it just that group, they've got it. They don't like me because I like. I mean, the main thing is because I like MLC and I like Kevin, and liking Kevin is a real stretch. But because I'm over here and I support MLC, I mean that's the main reason I think.
I get it.
Yeah, they're a cult. It's like PanHandler said, they are not allowed to disagree with the group think over there.
Right. In Clearwater Chad, why is Ray DeVito such a piece of shit?
Yo, I mean, I got vetoed by him. You know, we planned a trip out to Cleveland. He canceled it even though I asked off. He does things like that are unspeakable, and you know, so he makes it hard for people to like him.
All right.
Victims of physical physical abuse seek criminal charges, not civil suits. Do you think Pat Dixon should be criminally prosecuted for what he did to you? Yay or nay?
Yes, and also they seek all kinds of charges. I mean, you guys saw what happened with the P. Diddy thing with Cassie, and Cassie, that wasn't even one of the charges. He's going to prison for 5 years. P. Diddy's going to prison for 5 years, and domestic abuse wasn't even one of the charges. And there's video evidence of him domestically abusing her. So you guys think, well, just because there's, you know, not this or not that, it didn't happen. And that's not how life works.
But is that really the end game? I mean, I know obviously you guys don't like each other, but to have him incarcerated?
My end game?
No, just I mean, that's to me that seems like what you're kind of gunning for, and I could be interpreting this completely wrong.
Gunning? No, I mean, he.
You wouldn't be sad if it happened, though.
No, absolutely not. I have no empathy for that guy.
And another thing about Pat, like, listen, Gino's a douchebag. We all know Gino. He's a douchebag, but what he did to Gino was a crime. He assaulted another man, like physically assaulted. And for some reason, because it's Gino, he got away with it. If that was anybody else or anyone, if it was Clearwater Chad, this would be a serious thing. It would be a problem.
I helped him get away with it. I got him a fucking lawyer who knew all about the Dabbleverse and knew all about compound media. So blame me.
I am.
The
world's going to be much safer when Pat's behind bars.
At least for women. Taz accused me of being Gilly, so changed name.
I mean,
to Hi Gilly.
Yeah, she's incredibly vulnerable to his manipulation or whatever. She's very desperate. She's lonely. She wants to fit in somewhere. It's probably the only contact with the outside world that she has. The person has no career, no job. She openly admits that. She lives with her parents. I mean, it's like very clear cut. So,
you know what's funny is I did his show. I didn't remember because it's so like forgettable, but I remember talking to him at Compound Media, and I remember him like, I know when people try to manipulate people and use people. I remember saying, "Hey, I'm a fan," just being a nice, you know, I know this guy, you know this guy, blah blah blah. But I remember him working me. He was totally working me in the moment. I've only had a couple interactions with Pat, but I remember him working me. He's like, "Why don't you come on my show? Can you come on tomorrow?" And I blew off his show a couple of times, but he was totally trying to mold me into something. So Pat's always been like that.
Yeah.
Taz has a hideous hand tattoo and lives only for Pat Dixon.
Yeah, that's part of it. Is it like he treats her like an extension of himself because that's what narcissists do. And then she gladly accepts that role because it's like a survival tactic. I guess she's that lonely or something, or she's been so hurt that she's that vulnerable to a person like him.
Chad is drunk again. Tell us you are so. I don't think Chad's been drinking at all.
Yeah, this guy's a loser, big time.
Yeah, I heard you blocked Tuna Town, Chad, recently.
Yeah, I'm not interested in his nonsense.
Tuna Town's nonsense. Chad's tank, let's go. Fuck you too, says Chad's tank, let's go.
I mean, yeah, I'm hammered.
Funny Baloney, this question is for Chad. What's your favorite cereal and is it hard to eat with one lip?
It's
just jealous.
really gay.
Yeah, they're jealous of Chad's lips.
It's so
This
gay.
is Chad's girlfriend, anyways. I'd be jealous too. You know what I mean?
Oh, Sophie Cunningham.
Look
Yeah.
how much money Chad saves on chapstick and whatnot with only one lip. We aren't afraid of Pat. He's a good
See,
stand-up.
you don't know
dummy.
shit, man. This guy's a fucking clown. He doesn't know shit.
Yeah, come on, Tommy. Wake up, dude.
Chad, how many of your donations are? Come on, we already covered this earlier. Come on.
None. Zero.
Nikki Glazer, Chad, can you get her to come on my show?
Probably not.
Send Carmick the link.
He sends a lot of money to the Shuley Network.
I thought that was Mr. and Mr. Kim Johnson or something.
No, they're retired. They
Yeah.
they went to the ocean with Mazzy. Send
Oh, wow.
Carmick the link. Carmick's not even here, man. Have you sent Ethan the link? Yeah, he tried to smoke it. That guy's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic drug addict, and he should pay me. I don't need him now. I already set the record. Send Carmick's the link. He's not even awake.
Why isn't he live?
He said he was going live. I checked, and maybe he's waiting late till I shut it down.
Yeah, until you're done.
Send Carmick the link. My sources are saying right now Carmick is live right now.
Okay.
He's sticking it to me.
Does he go live on YouTube though?
Yes.
All right, I must not. I thought I was subscribed to him. I don't get his stuff anymore.
Call this episode and another thing about Pat.
No, you
Raper,
Sorry, go ahead.
Raper, mind your manners. She's a nice lady. We try to get ladies over here. We can't get Ray DeVito, so we try to get nice ladies from
My
time
thing
to
about
time.
Pat, and listen, I'm not trying to pile. Like, I just saw a guy. I know an opportunist when I see one. I saw what he was doing was just him trying to make money off of me, and the fact that he was covering me so hard was bothering. I was like, I know what you're doing, dude. And he pretends like he's smarter than the room. That's why I'm like very vocal about it. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. And I'm calling you out. And I think that's why he won't let it go either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
Chad,
trying to start something with you to try to make money.
Did you ever
Yeah.
respond when he countered that you had to pay his ridiculous offer where you had to pay him $500 and you weren't allowed to super chats to be on your show?
No, because it was retarded. The guy.
It was a ridiculous counter. 100%.
Yeah, $400. Just come on for an hour, and he won't do it because he knows. He just knows. And when he said send me the link at that time, early in the show I said I got to go. I did have to go, and he could have easily had a payday, just like with Ray DeVito doing the one-on-one basketball game.
We're not getting a studio. Pat Dixon does shows all day and all night, so he could do a show with Chad at any day, at any time. But so now Pat Dixon's like, it's got to be when I wanted to. I mean, it's laughable that Pat Dixon thinks he holds the cards in any relationship. He don't. I mean, he's an absolute clown. Chad didn't even make money with Club-Footed Carl on his show, but now he thinks Pat Dixon thinks he's going to make some fucking big windfall doing a show with Chad. He won't.
And the $400, he would make more money doing it than I would have with super chats. They just wouldn't come in. I mean, Pat's not that guy. He's just not.
What's the $400? He wanted you to give him $400?
I had a donor say, I'll put up $400 for Pat to come on. You guys talk for an hour.
But then Pat countered saying Pat wanted 500 and Chad wasn't allowed to read any super chats until after Pat had already logged off.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
It was a crazy counter offer. It was crazy.
No, because Pat thinks he's like this guy, and he's not. He's just not. He's a nothing. Even here, he's a nothing. She sent Carmick the link.
Oh,
Such a
if he's-
trend.
Yeah, if he's live over there.
No, at this point they're just joking.
Oh.
Okay, Tommy Jordan. Can we send Carmick the link? See?
What is going on?
No, they're just doing it's a pile.
Sticking it to KB.
Pat Dixon insults and abuses Taz on streaming, gets off on it. I think he does.
Yeah, and I've seen him do it to every woman. He does it to Haley too. He calls her a bitch all the time. I've seen that happen, and she doesn't care. You know, she can't say anything. He's did the same thing to Ari Jane. You know, he has these weird moments where he kind of gets frustrated and rages out, but then he laughs right after, and then everyone's like, and then Doug Nilsson laughs, and then everyone's like, oh, he's just joking, but it's absolutely real. He's a maniac.
What is the story with that pretty antisocial girl? Like, what's her? I don't know her thing. I'm just trying to figure out.
She has no thing. She has no thing. She's trying to be a thing. She's trying to hang out with the cool guys, with Tukey and Melton and Clubfooted Carl. She thinks that's gonna make her some money. It won't. She stinks. You can go to Playboard, you can go to Dabble Tips, you can go Dabble Dashboard, anywhere. She doesn't make any money. And that'll be like, yeah, but what about Flimsy Tips? Maybe she makes money on Flimsy Tips that you can't see. She don't.
But
That's
these people aren't cool. They're not. There's nothing.
It's not about cool. They're not making money. They're grown-ups and they're not making any money. Pat Dixon don't have a car. More people like Pat than Gilly and Chad combined.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking idiots out there.
More
man.
people like Pat than Gilly and Chad. Come on. Okay, well, Pat Dixon doesn't make any money. He don't have a car. Chad and Gilly have a car. And again, I don't know. I don't even know what to say at this point. Again, nobody's. I've done shows of Pat Dixon. Pat Dixon doesn't have a lot of fans. People might not like Chad and Felicia, but that doesn't mean they like Pat. They just don't like Chad and Felicia.
Yeah, I mean,
Pat doesn't have a lot of fans. That's a fact. I know that. I learned that the hard way when Pat would come on my show and we'd be sitting there with Adam fiddling with our fucking assholes and not getting super chats because Pat, no one has any interest in Pat unless he's punching Gina Bisconte in the jaw.
I do think a lot of the viewership is kind of anti-Kevin, and some people do like Bob. I mean, people support Bob.
But the thing with Pat is, like, honestly, the biggest thing he's ever done his whole career was punch Gino at this point. That's it. That's his thing. Like, Pat, that's what you have to hang your hat on. You punched Gino in the face and assaulted him. That's your big thing. That's it. There's nothing else.
And at the time, we were all proud of Pat. Has anyone ever explained why dabblers call Aaron an abusive monster, but then pal around with Pat Dixon who also beats women? Yeah, that's a good question. Because they all accuse Aaron Emholt of hitting both his wives,
headbutting,
but they're okay with Pat Dixon and Nick Ricotta. Again, they're clowns. They're absolute clowns. Again, I'll debate anybody. You come to my building right now, I'll debate you anybody, and I'll give you $100. But these clowns are like, no, it's okay because we think Nick Ricotta's okay, and we think Pat Dixon's okay. Absolute fucking losers. We're playing the Pat drinking game over here, and there's a
yes. And another thing about Pat. Yes, Chad.
This is a very Pat-heavy episode.
He's a parasite, and I'm tired of everyone defending him like he just gets away with fucking everything. It's ridiculous.
I agree.
There's like one or two opposing voices. You know what I mean? And everyone else is for him. It's really unbalanced.
Yeah, it's when you see injustice, and that's what I see. It's injustice.
What?
Like, I know what the guy is. I see it. I know what he's doing, and nobody's calling him out. They're just not. And it's just like, there needs to be more people against this guy. And for some reason, whatever it is, I think, did PanHandler say the Get Along Gang?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't come up with it, but yeah, I said it last.
Yeah,
I forgot. Actually, I think Challenge, believe it or not, came up with it. But
He's not a good guy.
What?